Well, we are live, we are local. You are watching The Dawn Show here on WMCN TV, and we're having a lot of fun with Octoberfest, celebrating Breast Health Awareness Month, obviously, and celebrating some awesome award-winning beer, and of course, some awesome award-winning Irish food, courtesy of the Irish Pub of Philadelphia. We've got King Benny here, we've got Mark, we've got Tom. So we've got some cups so we can do some beer tasting.
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds awesome. What are we going to have first?
We're going to have the Brawler, which is our, which is actually will go great with the vegetarian chili, and it won the silver medal for our English mild style, dark mild,
English
and
mild.
It is a very light beer.
Okay.
As far as alcohol, but it's actually a little bit dark in colors, hence the dark mild.
Okay, kind of an amber kind of a look to it?
Exactly, kind of an amber.
You see this?
Almost to a light red.
Okay.
Let me try that one.
And
I
don't know, Chef. I'm not sure about this.
This is my favorite job, Mark. You know, this is what I like.
This is not your first beer, is it?
Dawn, at the Irish Pub, he doesn't do this when he's cooking. Okay?
No, we don't do that.
That's our story, and we're
I
sticking
don't want
with
to get
it.
foggy.
So this style beer is malt forward. So you're
Okay.
really going to have a very strong malt character, and it's not going to be very hoppy. A lot of people hear hoppy beer and are almost afraid of it. The IPA was hoppy, the first beer, but this beer is more biscuity, doesn't have that intense bitterness. So it's actually a very smooth, easy drinking beer, and it's why they call it a session ale, because you could sit down and have a few of them.
Okay, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Should we take a taste?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, it tastes really, really light. You know. That's so good.
That's nice.
So this is Yard's Brawler, and
Not too hoppy, but we're going to be happy if we started having beer on a Monday morning here. So tell me a little bit about, as we taste this. This is delicious. As we taste your vegetarian chili.
Well, the Irish Pub has a lot of hearty dishes and has for 32 years, and people's tastes are changing a little bit and getting a little healthier. So we took our classic chili recipe, took out the ground beef, and just vegetarian chili. So the main ingredient is dark red kidney beans, and then it's peppers and onions and some cilantro, Benny's secret
And
recipe.
it's chili powder.
It's a little chili powder,
And it's
and
black
very,
pepper
very
and salt.
popular. Very popular item
Very
because
good.
people are eating healthier.
So in other words, if you want to have the beef in it, you could have the classic.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That you've had forever.
Yes.
So but now you've added the vegetarian.
Yes.
Which is what, lower in fat, lower in cholesterol.
Yeah, we usually have 4 or 5 items every day on the special sheet that are healthier eating than what people used to expect when they went to the Irish Pub. So.
Nice.
And it's working out well.
Nice. And the beer, of course, is always vegetarian.
Yeah, I never
So
missed
that's
it.
a good thing.
That's why I like it. After you're done working, enjoy yourself. Cheers.
And we love a lighter beer like this. We like it when they can drink a couple instead of some of these big heavy beers. They can have one and then that's it. And so we like it when they have a beer, they can have a few of them.
Yeah, and it's a nice light.
Yes.
And it's probably less calories than the darker one.
it is. It's only about 140 calories for a 12-ounce bottle.
See, that's like 2 pieces of bread. I
Yep.
mean, and no hops.
It's like
no
a diet
hoppiness.
beer.
And a lot of the alcohol contributes a lot to the calories, as well as residual sweetness. So.
Right, because it goes into sugar. But for you, I mean, what is it, for anybody who doesn't know about beer, what is an IPO?
An IPA.
IPA, I should say.
It's called an India Pale Ale, and the reason it's called an India Pale Ale, when England was sort of conquering the world, they had troops in India, and their beer would spoil by the time it got there because it would be a long journey. It would be rough waters and things like that. So there was 2 ingredients in beer that made the beer last longer. One is alcohol. So what they did, they used pale malt to really bring up the extract to give it a strong alcohol in there. So it's a little bit stronger than your regular beers would. The other thing was hops have a very low pH, which is also a preservative. So higher alcohol, higher hops gave it the ability to make the journey. And they didn't just, when they made the batches of beer, there was a lot of big batches, they called it and sold it in England as the India Ale for export. And it made it there, and it was pale because they used all the pale malt. So it was actually the first pale beer to be made. Most of the beers were dark then. And it made the journey to England and the troops had their beer.
Okay.
Which is a big theme all through, was making sure you were able to hydrate your troops with beer and
Yeah,
things like
with
that.
some
So,
good beer. Now, where is your brewery? I want to talk a little bit about where it's located, because I know you do tours, you
Yes,
have
we
the
do.
tasting room and all
We
that
do
good
tours
stuff.
every Saturday and Sunday from noon to 4, and we're located right on Delaware Avenue, just north of Spring Garden.
Okay.
So.
And you give the tours, and you have the tasting room and all that good stuff.
Yep, you can taste all the beers, you do a tour, learn how the beer is made, and you get some of the character yards there.
Look how happy you are. It's so interesting, Mark, when you see how you know that you love what you're doing when you see how happy King Benny is when
That's
he's
right.
cooking, how happy Tom is, right? It's like a happy group.
And the beer, excuse me, the beer is fantastic. IPA is the most popular style right now in the craft world.
Yeah.
Philly is the #1 craft market, by the way, in the country. And our #1 IPA by far is yours. It's probably double what we do of everybody else put together. It's a fantastic product.
Okay. So this is like the Monet of the.
Of IPAs.
We're
That's
very
right.
sophisticated.
That's right. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're going to cook up some more, talk about some great causes that you gentlemen are involved with when the Dawn Show comes right back. Cheers.
Cheers.